casual, very laid back.
So goddamn arrogant about their PCs.
Welcome to another episode of D Freaks and Geeks, the unedited and unfiltered gaming podcast that's more fun than facing a 99 Mike Trout. That's right, it's fucking baseball season again, so we're going to get into some MLB the Show tonight. But I'm your host, David, aka D Freak.
And I am Pat, aka Bloodbath 17.
All right, Patty. Well, last year we did an MLB 22 the show review, so this year we have to break everything and do another review. I mean, at this point, we've played it for a week?
Yeah, it's brand new. Just came out maybe 2 weeks ago. We got it like a week after it came out.
Honestly,
you didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, this was the first MLB game since the fucking PSP that I didn't know when it was coming out. Wow. I used to buy a PSP just for this game.
Yeah. The only reason I knew it came out was because I was on TikTok and I saw people playing it live, and I was like, "Wait a minute, this is 23, not 22. What the hell?"
Let's start it off by saying it's still the best sports franchise ever. It's the best sports video game franchise. Yeah, I mean,
easily, without a doubt. I've played all of them, including FIFA. FIFA is my least favorite. I'm not a foot fairy.
Like FIFA. I like FIFA.
It seems like FIFA. It's done very, very well. Soccer's never been my thing.
Yeah, it's better than NHL. It's fucking hands down better than Madden.
Madden's probably the worst.
The only thing that's going to give it for a run for
NBA 2K is like
probably
huge
second
right now.
Yeah. But it's got to watch out for that new NCAA game coming out, because those games have always been dope. Yeah. There's one coming out next year. No, this year. It's coming out this year.
When's the last time it came out? It's been a while.
If I'm right, it's 2013. Because I think NCAA Football 14.
I might get that.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to get it. But let's stick to the topic tonight. Let's stick with MLB the Show.
Yes.
Ton of new things. Like, a ton of new gameplay, ton of new physics, ton of new things how to get things done. What are your initial thoughts on it?
I love it. It feels just as good as 22. It feels better than 22. Aside from, when the game first comes out, it's gonna have bugs. Every game now, it has its bugs. Like we've lagged out of games before,
or the home run bug, where you're not hitting a home run, but you hit a home run.
Oh, where
it's like at the base of the wall, but it counts as a home run. We've had it happen a couple times.
Yeah. That one. Lagging out of games. Like, I can't host a game if I'm streaming and we're playing co-op. It has to be you.
Yeah,
because it just can't handle that bandwidth. It might be
maybe more people are playing it this year. Who knows, right? But I want to talk about the big changes, and we're going to go one by one. I just want to get your thoughts on all of them, and then I'll give my thoughts as well. Okay. I think a big one is going to be, and I have a weird take on this, and I don't think you know what my take is, the bat sound. The ball off the bat.
Ooh. Okay.
That's a huge change.
I think it's way better this year. Even when you hit a perfect, like it's not over the top. Last year it was a little over the top. Like it sounded like someone cracking a whip, and that's not what it sounds like when you hit a ball perfectly with a wooden bat. That's just not what it sounds like.
I think as a baseball purist, this year is better. I think as a video...
First of all, you're a baseball purist? What do you mean by that?
You know what I mean? Like a baseball
you
fan.
love the game, you love the classic.
Yeah. It's not just a video game, right? You're playing the video game because you like baseball. I think those people like it. I think the other group of people are going to think it's less video gamey. You don't get that loud pop when you hit a perfect. You don't it was louder, right? This year's definitely dimmed down more. It's definitely like they went into
more
the cages.
realistic, you think?
Yeah, they went into the cages, recorded some, BP, and that's what they're using for the hits. It has to be. It sounds just like that when you watch the videos and they're in the batting cages and they're just fucking hitting ropes.
Right, rockets. Well, another aspect of the bat hitting the ball sound that I like is it's not the same for everyone. Like if you have Aaron Judge hitting a perfect home run, it's going to be louder than, some 72 skill guy who hits a perfect line drive,
for
say.
Sure. I noticed that today.
It's scaled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Crazy. Yeah, I agree.
It's cool. Like if you watch last year, the hardest hit ball of the whole year was hit by Oniel Cruz. The fucking 6'7" shortstop for the Pirates.
He's the Aaron Judge of the Pirates.
Yes.
Except for he bats fucking fast. Switch.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He's a lefty. Look it up.
Okay.
He's a lefty. I'm obsessed with this guy. Yeah. He's a lefty.
Yo, he's faster than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, he's crazy fast. He's like one of those freak athletes.
Yeah.
6'7" and he has a 99 speed. How is that fair? I don't even remember what my point was. Yeah, Oniel Cruz. I'm just a big fan of that guy.
And then when he was boosted, that was fucking great, dude. He was he was no Will Myers, but
not Will Myers. Will Smith.
Will Smith. He was no Will Smith.
Yeah. Oh man, that was fun.
Yeah.
Along
the lines of the bat thing, right? Like I think I like it. I think it sounds better. I think it sounds more simulation, like if we want to go gaming terms. But yes. I think it's a good adjustment. The second thing that they really changed is the PCI that you can have shaped as a bat.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that? Change. Because I'll give my perspective first. I liked it when I first started playing, but now I think I'm popping up more. I think the thinness of the bat is fucking me up versus
it's throwing you off.
Yeah, the parentheses.
I don't think it changes the way I play whatsoever. It's cool. It's just a cool graphic, but I don't think it changes anything.
I think it's visually, it's awesome.
It's cool. It's also cool because if you're a right-handed batter facing a right-handed pitcher, you're going to need to extend your PCI. And for those who don't know, PCI is like your indicator where you're aiming to hit a pitch. So if it's a high fastball, you got to go up and swing at the right time. So if you're a righty facing a righty pitcher, you got to go a little outside of the ball. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you're a little to the left, it'll go off the end of the bat. It'll be a shitty hit.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to hit it on the sweet part. You want to hit it right on or a little to the right.
I think it's an awesome feature, and I feel like when I'm playing online mostly, and like we're playing together, I know when you miss it. It's, again, more towards that simulation feel. It feels like you're swinging a bat, not a circle that you have to get the ball in the middle of.
Right. It feels more like baseball.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's what this game really nails, is the feel of baseball. One of my biggest complaints with MLB 22 The Show was, especially when you were playing online, the amount of home runs.
Oh my God.
Everything was a fucking home run. Everything.
Yeah.
Every hit, every run. And for this year, I feel like they really brought back the base hit and the double. I don't know how they did it, but those bloop hit singles, those doubles up the gap, they don't happen often in the game. I think we're going to talk a lot about hitting in this game because I think that's the biggest change. Hitting and fielding.
Well, I have a couple fielding things I want to talk about too, but I totally agree. And yeah, just like the seeing eye singles, like the ground balls you hit, sometimes, if the guy you're playing has a slow shortstop, you might be able to get a ground ball by him.
A lot more singles up the middle, a lot more singles between short and third, second and first. I mean, dude, we've even hit bloop singles. I don't think I hit a bloop single once in MLB 22 The Show.
It was a freak occurrence. happened like once the entire time you played the game.
Every double was the same double off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Every home run was the same home run. And it feels like this year, your swing matters. Not just your positioning, but your timing matters. There's a lot more that matters in the hitting aspect of the game. I think it's a huge fucking win.
Yeah, I think they made the game harder. Both hitting and pitching. PCI, no change, but the timing is harder, I think, and the pitching timing is harder.
I feel like the good timing is a lot shorter.
Yes, yeah.
Like, it's way easier to go early or late, even if you're just early, just late.
Yep. It's an out. 99% of the time.
Or you still get that base hit every once in a while, right? Again, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I like the game. But I agree with you. I noticed that, especially when we play online.
Yeah.
Where, like, if you're not right on top of that fucking ball, you're either just early or just late.
Yep. I agree.
So, I don't think pitching changed at all.
I do. I totally do. The indicator, the movement indicator, I still don't understand it.
Then that's the problem.
So
you never played old ones. This is their coming. This is a comeback.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
What? Because you don't know where the ball's going to end up?
Yeah. Like last year was so much easier for me to understand, like even with my timing. Like if I put a curveball just below the zone, last year it was so much easier to just release the ball a little later so it would go lower. This year, like I could do that and then I release a tiny bit later and it's like bouncing on the plate.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah. Or I try and throw a fastball like just inside, try and trick him, and then it ends up being right down the middle. What is that? I feel like I'm a little league pitcher.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot less pinpoint. Yeah. Which, see, and this is where we're going to disagree. I like that. Because as a pitcher, unless you fucking nail the pitch, right? If you perfect, they always seem to go kind of where you put it, right? I'm not worried about that. But if you're not throwing a perfect pitch, it's not necessarily going to go in the way that you think it's going to go. I think that's what they're trying to achieve there. I think sometimes it's way erratic.
Right.
I mean, there's times where you're looking at the top of the zone and you're throwing it over the catcher's head. I think it's a little erratic. I think that we have to gauge how good these MLB pitchers are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we need to pay better attention to that.
Like, they're phenomenal, right? So they wouldn't just be throwing two over the catcher's head in two pitches because they released it a little late.
Right.
But pitching in general hasn't changed that much. I mean, it's still, other than that graphic, for those who don't know what we're talking about, actually, last year, it was like the ball was where the ball was going to go. Right? So you threw it, you put it where it was going to land. Here, it kind of, and Pat, correct me if I'm wrong, it tells you kind of where the release point is. And it's either going to drop, go to the left, go to the right. It kind of tells you where you're originally going to throw it. And then it's telling you it's going to go down or to the left or to the right. That's what it's telling you.
I think so. That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So where the ball is, like that's the first image of the pitch that the batter is getting. That location. So if you throw an outside slider from a righty pitcher to a righty batter, he sees it as a fastball down and away. But then
the arrow
it's a slider.
Sweep. Yeah.
Right. That's what I think it is, but I'm so bad at pitching this year that I think I could be wrong.
You're freaking yourself out a little bit.
Dude, that one game, I think it was last night, I gave up like 4 home runs.
Yeah. I still like how there's not as many home runs. That's all I'm saying. But moving on to the field, and I know we're going quick, but that's because I want to spend a lot of time on Diamond Dynasty and how they're doing that this year. But a lot of changes to the field. Let me rephrase that. There's not a lot of changes.
Gameplay.
there's not a lot of changes, but the changes they made are uber significant.
I agree with that. Good or bad remains to be seen.
I think it's a phenomenal change. I think it's the best. I think it's the best change they made in the game. Yeah,
it's harder,
dude. When we first started playing this game, I literally, from playing MLB for so long, am so used to holding the button down for a certain length that it's fucking muscle memory to me.
It's like 0.75 seconds. You'd get a perfect throw.
I don't even have to look. I don't even have to think.
Yeah.
I know it's
anywhere
a ground
on
ball.
The field.
Even if I dive, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I knew what to do. And this year, man, if you don't pay attention,
almost every single play. All right, so let's say you get a ground ball to you.
So let's talk about what we mean. We're talking about accuracy pitching, accuracy fielding.
Right. So easiest way to explain this is getting a ground ball in the infield.
I said explain it. It's very fucking difficult to explain. Yeah. It really is.
You get a ground ball right to you. The batter is slow. It's going to be real easy to throw them out. You have a big... So in order to throw to first base, you got to hold circle for PS5 or B for Xbox, which is the indicator for first base, trying to throw him out. But if he hits it up the middle and you got Oniel Cruz at short, 6'7", he dives for it. Yeah, he dives for it. He gets it, gets up to his feet. The green zone for a good throw to first base moves. It moves as you're throwing it.
Like
no warning about this. Yeah. Like there was no intro to the game. Like, hey guys, fielding is a lot harder this year.
I feel like you don't even know when it's going to end now. Every play is different.
Yeah. Because some of them, I've seen it. I've seen the indicator move to the right and bounce off the right side and start coming back.
And then sometimes it shrinks.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
The hardest plays are very small. Like if you're trying to throw home from a deep fly ball.
Yeah, they're very small.
It's going to be a tiny end. It's going to be really hard to get a perfect throw.
My biggest thing with this is not everyone's Derek Jeter. Not everyone's Oniel Cruz. Not everyone is Alex Rodriguez.
Right.
Like, every year I've played MLB, that backhand play in the hole is an out every time.
Yeah, with the Derek Jeter jump throw.
Yeah, or they just flick it under their armpit.
Yeah.
Those are the two animations.
Or every double play where this second baseman or the shortstop got a ground ball close to the bag, they would like flick it with their glove behind the back. What is that?
Yeah.
This isn't fucking backyard baseball. This isn't a cartoon game. That doesn't belong in this game. So they took it out for 25. It still does happen, but it's not with your glove hand throwing it behind your back anymore. It's with your glove fucking tossing it, or with your throwing hand tossing it behind your back. Like, you've seen this happen. Some players do this.
Good ones.
Yes.
And that brings me to my next point, because I think ratings mean more than anything this year. Fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy.
Yeah.
Vision, all of it.
We're having to actually look.
I can tell when my outfielders suck now. If they suck, they suck.
Like, we can't take Ricky Henderson out.
No,
we can't.
Perfect example is like back in the day when you would want to complete a program, right? Let's say I had to score. I'll just tell you what I'm doing right now. I had to pitch 9 innings with the Rockies, right?
Okay.
And in normal Diamond Dynasty years, a 67 to a 95 is all the same on rookie, right? Who gives a fuck? Just pitch 9 innings.
You could easily throw a no-hitter.
Yeah, you'll play 3 innings, you'll strike 9 batters out, and it doesn't matter. I was playing this year, and I only had 2 Rocky pitchers. They were like a 72 and a 67.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they get blown up. blown up.
On All-Star?
On a veteran veteran or All-Star. Blown up.
Wow.
I think all of I don't know, and again, I wish I knew how they did it, but I think every rating means more. I think whatever the coding is to say, make ratings make this player better or worse, they fucking put that to the extreme this year. Especially in fielding, but I also think in hitting.
I think so too. But also, there seems to be some sort of rating for certain hitters facing certain pitchers. I've noticed it a lot with Luis Urias.
Wait, you think that's in the game?
I think so. Yeah. Because Luis Urias, his vision is like a 105 or something like that. His vision is very good. He's a very good hitter. But some pitchers, especially if they're hard-throwing right-handers, his PCI looks like you're on Hall of Fame. It gets so much smaller.
Really? Like significantly smaller.
I don't know if I'm just in my head here, but yeah, I think they added like a pitcher favorability.
Yeah. Okay, but that could be ratings matter more.
Yeah.
Right? If he's better against lefties and worse against righties. Like, when I bat with a lefty against a lefty who's bad versus lefties, it's like, you have no shot now.
Yeah. Especially if they throw a high, hard fastball.
Do you think that the community's going to complain enough to change that? I know they're already complaining.
Well, if the new Warzone is any indicator, yeah, we're going to be playing MLB the Show 22 again in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll change it back.
That's so frustrating. I agree.
Yeah, it sucks.
I think they're going to change it back very quickly.
Let's see what San Diego Studios does.
Once the streamers start losing their Hall of Fame games.
Oh no, they're all crushing right now.
Oh, really?
Crushing. Every time I tune in to the Show 23 streamer, they're winning like 9-0.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I haven't seen one lose. I saw one guy who said...
we're also posting that on TikTok.
No, I'm talking about like a live. Like, they're streaming on Twitch and on TikTok, and I'm watching the TikTok.
And they're just killing it.
And I've seen one guy who was like, yeah, I'm trying to get to the World Series. I'm trying to go 12-0. I don't know what that means. I don't know what 12-0 is.
Battle Royale, 12-0.
So he's trying to go 12-0 in Battle Royale, and then he's like on Game 5, and he's like, yeah, I lost the last game. That's the only time I've even heard of a streamer losing.
Really?
One guy.
I think that it's... I think it's just an overall better game.
It is.
But I also
it's harder.
I also get the MLB crack every time it comes out. It's like I'm smoking MLB the Show. I just can't stop playing it.
Y'all got any more of those perfects?
Yeah, exactly. But you said you were getting tired of it already.
No. Just today,
That's
I don't know.
I was.
That is what I said. I was playing through the Conquest, which kind of see minute 42 for when we talk about Diamond Dynasty. But Conquest is basically Risk and baseball combined. It's really cool.
It is awesome. I don't know. I always think whoever thought of that deserves a raise.
Absolutely, and I'm sure they got one.
I'm sure they got one. Awesome, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome game mode. It's my favorite game mode. The day I downloaded, I blew through like so many conquests. I wish I didn't do that. I wish I did it with the program as they intend you to do, because now
that's what I'm doing.
It's my favorite thing to do in the game. Conquest.
No, it's not.
And yes, it is. And I already did the whole USA map. There's like 400 territories you need to do. Now I'm doing it again. And I'm already like halfway done. That's just today. I was playing for like an hour, dude.
That's what I was going to start after we finish this podcast. After we wrap this shit up.
Oh, yeah. The USA map.
Start that nation of baseball. Um,
but that's all I was saying. I'm starting to get into the nitty gritty where I need to get 200 points. Yeah, that's true. But
dude, the best.
I'm doing the affinities right now, and I need to get 200 points with Mark McGwire and 84 Mark McGwire. He's the worst hitter in the fucking game.
The mini seasons are the best for that.
All right.
So let's talk about Diamond Dynasty, because this is the creme de la creme. I always say MLB The Show is the best for two reasons. Road to Show is the best. I don't care what fucking other sport game you're playing. That whole quarterback thing in MLB, in NFL, the coming up from the minors in NHL is a close second. FIFA's a close second, but Road to the Show is the best. The way that they have it laid out, the way you go game to game, the way you talk to your teammates, the way you build yourself up, it's the best of the best.
I actually disagree with you here.
I don't even think this was a...
Yeah, I disagree.
Why?
No matter how good your team is, you lose like 60% of the fucking games.
Does that matter?
It matters to me. It's not fun if I'm on a last place team. I want to be in the hunt. I want to be in the hunt for Red October.
What I also think, and I think every sports game needs to do this, is my biggest gripe with MLB and all of these games, but especially MLB, is one, the MLB service. So you don't get re-signed or go into free agency for 3.2 years?
Yeah. Something like that.
So if you're not playing a pitcher, I mean, you're fucking grinding before you can even get traded, right?
Right.
But two, what's the point of playing well and re-signing? What's the point of making that money?
There is none. This is another bad thing.
There needs to be something.
All right, so in MLB 22, I was a shortstop. I had my real name. I made my guy really fucking good. And I don't remember the point of this this story.
Killing it. So
lost it.
I just think that there's no there's no rewards for doing well. There's no rewards.
I remember.
Okay.
I was crushing
my thought now.
No, I was the home run king. I broke the record, and I was making I didn't care about the money. I wanted a good team, so I made my salary as low as it could go, and it was $800,000, and my team was still fucking insanely bad.
It's the whole point of getting traded and getting re-signed is pointless. It's pointless,
right?
It just doesn't make any sense. But I mean, the gameplay aspect is good. But Diamond Dynasty is their creme de la creme, and I want to hear your thoughts on this year's, because I have a lot of complaints.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, my team right now is a 96 overall. I've been playing this game for a week. I don't think that should be a thing at all.
Agreed. I think with the World Baseball Classic, they came out with too many good cards.
Yeah. Why?
Everybody has 99.
Relatively easy to get them.
So the big thing about MLB The Show, and I know you played a lot last year, but I've been playing for a while, right? MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty was always about 3 major cards, right? It was always last year, perfect example, Randy Johnson was the fucking card. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
If 3 months ago you didn't have a Randy Johnson card, good luck winning an online game. It just wasn't he was a big player. That live series player and the 2 underneath him, so the Mark McGwire, the Sammy Sosa, and the Derek Jeter this year, always mattered. And I love Derek Jeter. I'm a huge Yankees fan.
He is my favorite human on the face of this earth.
But how is he going to be better than a 99 pitcher? How is it? I just feel like he doesn't differentiate. It should be like a 99 fucking Barry Bonds.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to talk about that? We'll save that for the end. We'll save that for the end.
It should be somebody that was like fucking unreal. Derek Jeter's a Hall of Famer, I think, and he was a solid player.
How about this? One thing that they added to this game that I really fucking like that they did. First of all, Jazz Chisholm on the cover makes no sense to me. He was like okay last year.
I didn't even think about that.
He wasn't like great.
Who was last year?
Whatever. Shohei.
Yeah.
Made total sense. It should be Shohei on the cover until he retires. He's the greatest baseball player who ever lived.
Dude, let's talk about that for just 2 seconds.
Well, hold on.
Wait, just for 2 seconds. Just let's go on a tangent. Will we ever see anybody else like him?
I think so. I think Japan is like doing that a lot. I think they're doing that. Did you see their team this year?
Yeah, it was pretty fucking good.
They beat the U.S., dude. Like, they were crazy good. They had so many great pitches. Shohei versus Mike Trout.
Yeah, bottom of the ninth, 3-2 count, 2 outs with a running and scoring position to tie the game. And struck him out. That's fucking awesome.
Yep. Yeah, pretty dope.
Yeah.
So this year, one thing that they added that I took a look at it last night, and it's really fucking cool. The way they did it is they added the Negro Leagues. Really cool concept. And it's the featured thing as soon as you open the game. You go in there, you could read about all these guys. You can watch videos about their stories.
Yeah.
And you can play like their biggest moment of their career. It's really cool. And you can get cards from that, but none, not even Jackie Robinson's in there. His card is in there. You can get it. But guess what? He's a fucking 87 or an 89. You can't use that in online. Yeah. What's the point?
I think there's
make the greatest card in this game, Jackie Robinson. How about that? Make that the Randy Johnson of this year, like 125, all of his stats, just because of how legendary he was. Fuck it. Who cares?
I think they missed 2 things with that. One, I agree. There's really no reason to get the cards.
There's no reason for anyone to play it unless they're a baseball historian.
Because with the WBC, you gave too many people 95s and 97s.
And 99s.
And 99s. So, there's really no reason to play it. 87 diamonds, a Diamond Live Series card right now is useless.
Yeah. Live Series, period, unless they're boosted.
Is useless.
Also, too many boosted players.
For sure.
San Diego Studios, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Just because someone has one good game.
Yeah, they should. Yeah.
No. Just because one guy hit a clutch home run, he's a 99
for 5
when he was a 74 yesterday. Yeah, for 4 or 5 days. What?
But with the Negro League, they missed that because it's just the 99 Trout Live Series card is dead. I mean, there's nobody that's going to beat these World Baseball Classic people. Or
it's not good.
Even the charisma players or the captain players, they're just too. Everything's too good. But 2, the second miss and the biggest miss with that is why didn't they make that a program? It's just.
I think it would have been fine if they kept it as a separate feature. If they made the cards better,
but
the cards are shit.
Think about it. I think about it as a player, right? And when I do Diamond Dynasty, I do Diamond Dynasty. When I don't do Diamond Dynasty, I do Franchise or Road to the Show, right? So there's not I don't know how popular March to October is, but if I had to take a guess, it's not that popular.
I've done it, and we got a limit, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do that again.
I can't believe it's still in the game, but. If they would have kept the Negro League thing the same, but made it a program, it would have been awesome.
Even if they kept it the way it is now, it's just like you open the game, you're at the home screen, and it's the first big box there. It's like the featured thing. It's
It
the
should
first
bring
thing
you
you
to
look at
the
when you open
Dynasty.
the. No, no. Keep everything the same about it, but make all the cards like 95s and above. Jackie
Especially if
Robinson's a
you're
99.
advertising. Especially if you're advertising it like that.
In my opinion, because Babe Ruth has a card in here, and it's the 714 career home runs. I
It's
was
a
just
99.
looking at his card. It's outrageous. Yeah, no, it's one of the cards you need to get Derek Jeter.
Oh, is it?
Or
Yeah.
no,
No.
the GOAT collection.
Oh, yeah. I've never fucking done that ever.
Neither. Last year I got Randy Johnson. That's it. But Babe Ruth played at the same time as these guys in the Negro Leagues. You're telling me Babe Ruth was the best baseball player
Who knows?
at that time?
I always wish that I could see it. I always
Yeah,
wish
me
I could
too.
watch baseball back then.
I know. Well, you kind of can.
Yeah, but who knows?
But
If it's the same.
like, dude, Jackie Robinson fucking shredded the Negro Leagues and then came to the majors and shredded in the majors. Like, he was a great player.
He's always in the game for sure, and he always
He
has
is.
he always has multiple levels to his card. I wonder if they're going to do the same thing and make like an upgrade package to make him a 99. I feel like he always ends up as a 99.
Well, they might come out with a program later on
Yeah,
in the season.
I do, but you know
yeah,
what?
the
I do
way
think
they
it's
started
cool.
it off, too many great cards, and you have absolutely no incentive whatsoever to play the Negro League chapters.
Yeah, it's a cool.
Why'd
thing.
you even put it? You put that in the game to be woke. That's what they did. I have a big fucking problem with that.
That makes sense.
It's a cosmetic. Fuck you.
Yeah,
And Jackie Robinson, by the way you need to do that to unlock those cards is you need to start at the beginning. You need to play like chapter 1. Once you beat that, chapter 2 unlocks. And then bop, 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 all the
What?
way down. Jackie Robinson isn't the last card. He's like in the middle. What are we doing? I think I hate this game now that we actually in depth talk about it.
I think it's just a miss. I think what you're saying is right. I think they put it in because they felt like they had to put it in, but they didn't make it worthwhile to put in at all.
It's not a legitimate part of the game.
But neither is March to October. It's the same thing as March to October. But I guess you can replay March to October.
In today's climate, if you want to be woke, make him the best card in the game.
Yeah.
He's only a righty. He's not a switch hitter. He didn't hit a ton of home runs.
He was only ever
he was fast as fuck. So make him like a Ricky Henderson. He's got good power, great vision.
That's the thing. They do it all the time with Jackie Robinson, and people that are listening will agree. Last year, I think he started as like a 84. And then he was like the Derek Jeter card of this year, where you get like an 84, and then you get like an 87, you get an 89, and then you wind up getting like a 99 Jackie Robinson. I feel like every year it's always the same with him. I also think that one of the things that's always a miss in this game, and they kind of are bringing it back this year, is like, I feel like the same cards are in every fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Like this year they had the Derek Jeter, the Mark McGwire, the Sammy Sosa. They brought back 3 legends that weren't really in any other game. They just not at this level, at least I don't think. But like, I'm tired of the same Grady Sizemore card. It's like literally the same card.
Yeah.
The same Honus Wagner card. The same
Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson card. It's the same Bob Gibson card every time.
Robin Roberts. I just got Robin Roberts. First of all, never heard of that guy before, but it's this. They copied and pasted a lot. I will say that.
There's always a Reggie Jackson.
The announcers say 95% of the same shit they said last year.
Yeah.
95%.
Now, do you think they do that because there's not a lot of hardcore baseball fans? This is what frustrates me. Where's the Ichiro card?
Where's the Hideki Matsui?
Alex Rodriguez. There's always a Ken Griffey card.
Okay, can we get into my main diatribe about this game?
Yeah.
And about baseball in general? So this year they brought back Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire. Both men were involved in a home run race.
Oh, you're gonna bring up
before the Mark McGwire and Mark McGwire home run race, and they both got dinged for cheating. They both got dinged for using steroids. Sammy also got dinged for corking his bat.
No,
and now they're back. Yeah, he did. He corked his bat. Yeah.
That's worse than steroids, dude. That's worse than steroids.
Yeah, you're using an aluminum bat.
Yeah.
Not literally, but essentially. You get more pop. But without that, he was still a great player. Without the steroids, still a great player. With the steroids, a lot of fun to watch. Okay, but so they both got caught doing steroids, yet here they are back in the game. And now let's talk about my boy. My boy Barry. Barry Bonds has the single season and the career home run records. You know who it says in the game who holds the single season home run record?
You looked at it?
Yep. I do. I did last year. I did this year. It says the San Francisco Giants. Are you fucking... They have been doing Barry Bonds so fucking dirty. How can you bring back Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, who both use steroids? Their careers were brought to the superstar level because of steroids.
Yeah, agreed.
That cannot be said for Barry Bonds. Yet Barry Bonds
was he as good as he was?
Yeah, dude. When he was young, he all right. He was hitting triples instead of home runs. Like he was like a young Alex Rodriguez.
Dude, he was skinny as fuck when he was young.
Like, Alex? So was Barry.
Bonds. Barry Bonds.
Yeah, he was like a young Alex Rodriguez. If you look at them, they have the same body type.
Dude, since then, he struggled in the beginning of his career. Since 1990, all the way to 2007, he was at like 260 and above. 270 and above.
Okay, not terrible.
That's not. I think that helps your case.
Yeah, exactly.
Since 1990, yeah.
Average. So what if he's hitting a few more home runs? Well, not a few. So what if he's hitting 20 more home runs? Dude, they're doing him dirty, and I do not understand it.
Do you think he's the Pete Rose of home runs? Pete Rose is the hits guy. Barry Bonds is the home runs guy.
Yeah.
Because they're doing Pete Rose dirty too.
Dude,
Pete Rose is like fucking banned from MLB.
For what, betting?
Yeah, for betting on his own team.
He bet on the other team, right?
Or his own team, and then just like made stupid changes.
I don't give one single fuck about that.
Well,
like, I'm a Pete Rose fan, but I'm a huge Barry Bonds fan, and they absolutely did him dirty, dude.
Yeah, I think they used to put him in all of the games, and he would be under like Joe Schmo or like
Barry?
James Smith. Yeah. Back in the day,
doing him dirty. That's doing him dirty.
Yeah.
What are the consequences? Let's say you put him in the game, you give him a 99 card, 125 power versus righties and lefties. What's the blowback? What's the fear? Why does the show do it too?
The MLB license. So they have to be licensed by the MLB, and the MLB blackballed them.
That pisses me off. Why not Mark McGwire? Why not Sammy Sosa?
And they both got 99
because they didn't set records. Like, fuck you. Yeah. Oh man, this pisses me off.
Okay, but let's get back into. I agree. There's a lot wrong with the game, and I think that there's a. For the first half we talked about all the good in the game. The second half we kind of talked about all the bad in the game. But overall, I think it's a huge improvement to last year. I think if they don't fuck it up, if they don't pull every other game series in here, blah blah, I can't hit, I can't pitch, I can't do any of this.
Practice, you fuck.
They're probably going to nerf the game a lot, but I hope they don't. And I think that they nailed a lot of things. It's to me, it's just surprising that a series like this, in today's day and age, it's the one that keeps getting better.
I agree. Madden seems to go the other way.
Yeah, Madden's just like
it's getting worse and worse every year.
But it's always taking a turn for the better. Every time this game comes out, it feels good. It feels
hey, they try new shit.
They do. That's a good point. That's a good point.
They try new shit. Like this has got to be the hitting mechanic. Also diving for balls on the infield for a ground ball, way hard. You need to time it perfectly.
Otherwise, otherwise, it hits your wrist or it hits the end of the glove.
And it's a base hit for anyone with like 35 speed and above, which is most of the players.
How a fucking baseball game is played.
Yes, this year is more realistic. I love it. I know I shit on this game a lot in this episode, but it really is the best sports game I've ever played. It's better than last year, and it's an improvement. I think they added a lot of, you can build your team in a different way. Like if you're a guy who struggles to get to the high fastballs, you can do a high contact, low power team, and you can get those bloop singles and still score 10 runs.
And
I love it.
To be fair, the workers, the people 9 to 5s, they made it easier to be competitive.
Because of how many good cards there are?
Yeah. So I guess if we're going to take a negative to a positive, I think a lot of years it's been a lot of complaints for people like that can't grind the game. You're just not competitive. Now that's always going to be a hard balance for people because the people who want to grind, and the people who can't grind.
So I guess it is better.
It just means they're appealing to the masses.
Last year, if we would play a co-op game, 2 months after the game comes out and we're facing a 99 Randy Johnson, it's going to take you 8 innings to figure the guy out.
Yeah. And if you have no shot,
and this year, it's like
there have been plenty of years where I would never get the Derek Jeter card of this year. I just knew it was an unattainable feat. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be a grind. I want him so bad.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad, dude. I'm already at over 20 for half my teams.
Same, except the Cubs. The Cubs, I have 2 players.
The Marlins. No, not the Marlins. The Rockies, I have 3 players.
Well, it was probably I figured it out. I figured out why I only have 2 players. It's because I did the AL or NL Central Affinity, and also, I collected a shitload of players.
To wrap it up,
Affinity is back.
You pull a ton of diamonds less. You do not pull any diamonds. You pulled some diamonds. I pulled
more than last year.
Yeah?
Way better than last year.
Maybe I'm just fucking bad
You
luck.
have bad luck so far this year in packs.
I don't think I've pulled a diamond out of a regular pack. Maybe one, dude. Maybe one.
That's brutal. Most of my diamonds,
and
other than the choice cards,
I bought a 50 pack with the chase pack.
You should be guaranteed to get a diamond in those 50.
The chase packs are my favorite packs.
Same. You got fucked on that chase pack though.
What this game does really well, and I swear this will be the last thing we end it with. What this game does really well is it's one of the only sports games that you really don't have to put any money in, but if you grind, you will be able to buy every pack.
Yes. I did put money into it last year, but you really don't need to do it.
To be the best of the best, you really don't need to.
No.
You need to grind your fucking ass off, but you don't need to.
Not really, though. I don't think I've been grinding this game that hard. And my team is a 96
It's the only
overall.
game I play.
Right now.
Taken away from all my other games. So I have been grinding it. But listen, overall, 10 out of 10 buy.
Yeah.
I mean...
And if you have Xbox Game Pass, it's free. And I'm sure whatever the...
that's a big thing we didn't even touch upon, dude.
Yeah, if you have the PS5, whatever that one is called, I've been out of the loop with PlayStation.
It's not in it.
No?
No.
Well, Xbox is the best gaming console ever made. But no, it's free if you have Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, that's a huge win for Microsoft.
That's huge. It's a huge win for a lot of people.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we talked about a lot. We talked a lot of good. We talked a lot of shit. But overall, I think it holds its reign as the best sports game ever, and it's only going to get better as San Diego Studios keeps killing it. So let's end it with some patty plugs.
Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at DFreaks and Geeks, 3 replacing the E in DFreak. Also, if you are a streamer, content creator, any involvement in streaming or video games, we'd love to talk to you. Even if you don't, and you just love video games and you like our podcast, hit us up. What is it? Gmail? DFreaksandGeeks at gmail.com, 3 replacing the E, as in everything. Hit us up, and we'd love to talk gaming with you. We've had our friends on who love playing video games, and it's always a lot of fun. Even if we don't know you, we're 3 easygoing guys. Oh, another thing we haven't mentioned: Matt was busy tonight.
Matt got fired.
Matt got fired.
We're also looking
for hiding a relationship from us. Matt has been fired. I fired him. I made an executive decision.
Yeah, so if you want to be a third host of this,
if you think you have more to add to our hostile conversations, hit us up.
All right. Well, till next time, we'll see you
later.